Good evening and welcome to another Marketing Wednesday with me, Leon Street. And I have a great topic tonight with how to attract and gain more qualified clients. And it's a topic that a lot of people find challenging in their business. And tonight, I'm going to give you 4 key steps of what you can do to get more qualified clients. Whether you're an established business owner, whether you're a startup business owner, I'm going to give you answers to some of the things that you need in order to attract more of them. Now, there's a lot of business owners that I come across who, when they're trying to attract clients, they do their marketing and they're just attracting tire kickers, just waste of space people. And what I'm going to do tonight is to give you some ideas, strategies, tactics, things that you can implement. And I'm going to share a couple of stories with you as well. So if you have any questions as I'm going through, we should be here for around about 20 to 30 minutes or so, depending on what questions I've got and me getting through the content I've prepared for you. So please make sure you interact, drop a comment. If you're enjoying the content, just give me a thumbs up, give me a love heart. And other than that, I'm going to get into this and give you some real great value. So let me kick off, guys. I have prepared a nice trusty template for you, a PowerPoint presentation even, and I'm going to share that on screen for you because, like I said, there's a few things I've prepared I want you to take away and for you to gain as value. So let me fire that up and then we can get into this. Right, so where are we? Here we are. Now, if you're watching this back on the replay, guys, just remember, give me a hashtag replay. It's always good just to see everybody who's picking this up on the replay. And if you're watching this live, give me a hashtag live as a comment. So I'll drop it below this video. I want to shout out everybody on Facebook and everybody who's watching on YouTube as well. So here we are, slideshow. Cool. So Wednesday, PowerPoint. Make sure I find the right one. This is the one that I want to get into. So let's go up. So here we are, guys. So 4 steps on how to attract more qualified clients without putting up with those energy draining, time sucking and late paying ones. And we've all been there. You know what I'm talking about. And this, I guess in business, it kills a lot of time when you've got the wrong type of people coming in, the wrong type of audience that you're attracting in, leads, prospects. And it really can kind of drains you in business, and you're thinking, well, what can I do to kind of counteract this? And so with what I've got lined up for you, that will be able to help. So before we go any further, I've got a couple of announcements. If you haven't seen already, if you haven't seen my ads or if you haven't seen on my profiles, we have the Online Business Summit happening tomorrow. If you are not registered, register right now. Go to www.obsummit.com. It's a 2-day virtual summit, 16th and 17th of July. And the title for the summit is How to Recession-Proof Your Business and Create a Way to Win in Times of Recession by Transitioning Online Fast and with Ease. I've got 16 experts on the summit they're delivering great content. The interviews, I'm asking them specifically what actions, they would advise other business owners to take right now. You've got 6 figures, 7 figures and 8-figure business owners on this summit. So I've made sure everybody is legit. Everybody is certified. Everybody has achieved some type of result and they put what they talk about into practice. I haven't got anybody who's a theoretical wizard. There's no theory or fresh air on this summit. It's everybody who's achieved results or done work that has gone on to achieve results. So this is really a great summit and I'm looking forward to it kicking off tomorrow. So if you're not registered, register. So it's www.obsummit.com. And final announcement, guys, if you're watching the video that I'm sharing with you today and you find that you're challenged, you find that you're stuck and you need help, booking a call, just go to leonstreet.com/apply. Booking a date and time for us to have a chat. I'm more than happy to have a talk with you and figure out what's going on in your business. And if what I have as options for you will help you. And if not, I'll point you in the right direction anyway, guys. So let's get into this. So today I've got 4 steps and I'm going to take you through all 4. So the first one is how to identify the right clients. I'm going to look at target audience. Step 2, how to really know what they desire. And this one really trumps a lot of people. People get stuck on this one. Step 3, how to construct a message that attracts and connects with your audience. And again, a lot of people find it difficult with creating social media messages, videos, even going live like I'm doing now, video ads, videos, just organically, and posts and text posts for ads, just so many different ways to market yourself. A lot of people don't know how to construct a message that will attract people in. Step 4, how to enroll and close the right ones. So it's all well and good attracting people in, but what if you get to the point where you are closing people and then you find out they are the tire kickers, the people who are draining your energy? They want the earth for as little as possible. We're going to get into these. So first one, step 1, how to identify the right clients. If this is making sense as well, guys, remember, interact on the comments. I want to shout out my fiance Magdalena. Thank you for your support, Kahanya. Guys, if any of you have any questions, remember, just drop them in a comment below. So first step, target audience. So what's the problem with target audience? A lot of business owners that I'm coming across, they speak I would say a lot about how do you choose the right target audience? How do you identify the right niche? And other questions I get, what makes it a good niche? So once you've identified that niche, how do you even know it's a good niche? And another question is, I've never been able to clearly identify my niche. Now, if you've experienced any of these challenges or you're going through it right now, it really is a pain in the ass, to be honest, because you're trying to run your business, you're trying to do XYZ. Perhaps let's say you have an established business and let's say you've even hit 6 figures, yeah, but you want to go to that next level and you can't get past where you are because you're not attracting the right type of people to go to that next level. The kind of people who are going to pay you what you're worth, are going to pay you the prices that you ask for. And you're not sure exactly, because perhaps as an established business, you've been going after that audience for quite some time and nothing really has changed much about your approach. And you're thinking, well, if I do really go focused, well, what will make it a good niche? Or perhaps if you're just starting out, you might be thinking, well, I want to pick the right niche so that I end up with results rather than wasting time. I'm going to answer those questions for you. And before I do that, I'm going to get into a story. So this is one of my clients who was on one of my programs before, the Vortex coaching program. It's my year-long mastermind that I run. And when he came to me, he was going through all of those challenges that I explained previously. He was finding it difficult in his business to attract the right type of clients. He was coming across tire kickers, and Matt ran a home improvement business. So he would fit and supply kitchens. So he's not an online coach or online marketer, nothing like that. Normal everyday business. And when he came to me, he was finding it challenging. People who wanted discounted products, discounted kitchens. And so when he would go to quote, they were already telling him, oh, we don't have much money, and it better be cheap compared to the competitors or the competition that he'd spoken to. And the challenge was, he was falling out of love with his business. He was getting frustrated, to be honest, and it was causing challenges financially, causing problems at home. He was unhappy as a business owner, and he fell out of love with the business. And what happened was, in that time, as if you're an experienced business owner, you've probably been through this. He went and found himself. I did NLP courses, got coaches, and did various things to work on himself because he was down, depressed. And when he came to me, he was off the back of kind of just upskilling himself, personally developing himself. And then he said to me, Leon, I really want to go into this new industry. As an automation specialist, like online automation, do funnels and various different things like that. And I was like, wow, that's interesting, from kitchen fitter to online funnel automation guy. And I was like, I wonder how that will play out. So anyway, we launched his business, this new business, and within 15 days, he'd closed £6,000 in sales, which was 2 clients at £3,000 each. This was a brand new business. And what we did, we put in place the specifics of his niche. We identified the demographics, which are the usual things most people hear about, and we then identified the psychographics. And right out the gate, 15 days, £6,000. in sales, which was amazing. But then, kind of as months went by, we were speaking, and he was kind of telling me, he's like, you know what? Now that we've done this work on this new business, I realized what was missing in my old business, the actual business that I really do love. And he says, but moving into this new business, I realized what was missing in my old business and what I'd fallen out of love with, and the things that I hated and the things that I don't want to continue if I go back into it. And so, to cut a long story short, he went back into his old business. He stopped the automation stuff, which I thought amazing. And as you can see on the screen there, within about 4 to 5 months, he changed his niche, identified the demographics, identified the psychographics, the reasons why, the psychological reasons why people would buy from him. And look at the result. He did the best part of £100,000 in sales in 4 to 5 months. And to kind of expand on that story, because literally by the time he got to the end of the 5th month, he'd actually closed £150,000 in sales. And I think at the time collected something like £40,000 in cash. Yeah. So when you identify your niche and you get it right, honestly, the results can be pretty much groundbreaking, because at the time before he went into his business and changed the niche and got very clear on it, he was generating between 2,000 to 3,000 a month. And that's why things he'd fallen out of love and money was a problem. And, he's going through a lot of challenges, having to, to be a breadwinner and actually make money for his family. And at that point in time, it looked like, from his wife's perspective anyway, like, this isn't really working out. And so he made the changes. And as you can imagine, generating £150,000 in 5 months, his whole world changed. So that's step one. Step two, how to really know what your audience desire. So you might have picked a niche, but how do you know what it is that they desire? Yeah. Have you ever had this problem? Any of you watching right now, like, you've identified the niche, you've done all the things like age, location, income, all those different things, and you're thinking, well, how do I know it's the right audience? How do I know, they're going to buy or even desire what I'm going to give them? Now, this is step two. So step two, the problems, I've just mentioned a few of them. How can I even know what they want if I don't have many clients? Perhaps you don't have many and you're thinking, well, I don't have enough people. Everything I try only works on a small scale. I've never been able to tap into what people want to scale things up. So here's an example. Here's one of my other clients. This is George. So he's a life coach, brand new to the industry. And one of the key things that I gave him, and I'll give you guys this tip as well. So if you are new, and this will also work if you're an established business owner, but I'm going to give this tip for anybody who's new, especially because of the times we're in. A lot of people have gone from being employed to setting up their own business because of, the recession that we're in right now, and the changes in, the world. So George came on to one of my other programs called Certainty in Crisis. It's my 8-week coaching program, and it works really well for people who just want to dip their toes into really accelerating where their business is going and just make changes. So with George, he had the same thing. He wasn't quite sure on his audience, how to identify them. So I gave him tips, and then we did this exercise called an ideal client avatar. So the ideal client avatar simply goes into more of the research and understanding of what it is people desire. And when you think about it, it's like, how do you know what people desire? And here's the one tip of the many that I gave him in the strategy that we use. So it's just one, but there's probably about 10 different things you can do. So here's this one. What I did was, the first thing I said, look at doing surveys. And he says, well, I don't have many connections on Facebook. And so I said, okay, fine. Here's the thing you can do. Go to Amazon and identify at least 5 to 10 books in your industry that your target audience would read, and then go to the reviews of those books and read the 1-star reviews and the 5-star reviews. The 1-star reviews will tell you what was missing in those books and what people are actually looking for, and the 5-star reviews will tell you what people really love. Yeah. And so by identifying the ideal client avatar, you're going to get very specific on the types of input, the types of media that your target audience, your niche, are consuming. And those books are going to lead you to understand emotionally what people are going through by going to those reviews. Obviously, there's different things you can do, like running a survey. If you've got existing client base, you can survey your clients and you'll find out specifically, what they desire. I would recommend you do that. But for me, as you can see with George, as he put there in the message to me, where I am now at an exciting time of growing a successful business from just an idea, the seeds and strategies I have learned from you. And that's the key thing, guys. Once you're using the right strategy, it will take you in the right direction and you will be able to grow a business and for it to be an exciting, successful time. So that's step 2, get very clear on your ideal client avatar. Step 3, how to construct a message that attracts and connects with your audience. Has anybody ever done social media posts and nobody's engaged, nobody's commented, liked, nobody's sent you a message, even when you've included a call to action? You've done videos and you've not attracted leads, or you've run ads and nobody's really responded to your ads, whether it's on Facebook, Google, or YouTube. Yeah, this is a common thing I actually see with a lot of business owners. And here are some of the challenges. I don't know how to build an audience that respond, then creates leads. Yeah. I don't know how to create marketing posts or ads. Yeah. I don't know where to start. I don't know what right message to put in place. I don't know how to create engaging videos. So this is commonplace, guys. I don't know if you guys can relate to this. Give me a hell yeah as a comment if you can. I've been there. I remember, going back a few years, I'd create content and I'd do the video. So I'm sharing some insider stuff. I'd do the video. I'd be like, wait, that's fire. That video is sick. People are going to respond to this. And especially when I started this business that I'm in, because I had some business partners at the time. There's 2 other guys, Phil and Robert. And I remember we created some videos right at the early stages in 2016. And we'd be in the studio. We'd be there with our video editor and we'd all be like, high-fiving and, fist bumping, all this stuff. And thinking, that's sick. But we'd publish the stuff and there'd be no response, crickets. And I don't know if you've been in that same situation. But for me, it was just like, oh my days, shit. We just spent all that time and nothing's actually happened. But we learned fast how to iterate and change things. So I just want to share a quick example with you. And, perhaps that will inspire you with what I'm going to share with you, because sometimes when you're in your own bubble, you don't really look externally and you think what you create is great, but results never lie. So I'm going to show you how to get better results, guys. So this is one of my other clients. This is Akila. She was on my Certainty in Crisis 8-week coaching program, and she had this challenge. She was creating good content or okay content, but it was lacking personality. It was lacking emotion. And what I find when people create social media is there's probably 2 types of people who I come across who don't hit the mark. Let's say you've got the first group of people who create professional social media posts or professional marketing messages. And what I mean by that is they'll create the kind of stuff that is boring. It reads well, it looks right, but it doesn't entice you, doesn't attract you. It's just boring, right? And then you've got the other group of people who they follow what everybody else does. So they'll create some quotes on Instagram, they'll create some quotes on Facebook, and they'll just post content that you just think, what the hell is this person doing amongst all the other bullshit personal stuff they put on their profiles? And you think this person really hasn't got it right. So Akila was putting out some good content, okay content, but what she was missing was the emotion. And the emotion is simply share your thoughts on a particular topic and share your thoughts in relation to what you've identified as your niche and your ideal client avatar. So you're not just putting content out there where you think, oh, this is great and only you think it's great, but you create content with your target audience in mind. Because when you look at it, the things that they desire, i.e. if they want change from where they are in their lives, if they want to change, and excuse me, I think my phone just went off, let me just put it on silent. And if your audience are, let's say, looking to get beyond the problem, get beyond the symptoms of a core problem they're going through, you need to inject emotion. You need to be and speak where they're at right there. Yeah. And a lot of people, they create social media posts, ads, videos in the sense of the end result. They speak specifically about where the person wants to be or even where the person is, but they don't go into the emotion and they don't express or communicate in a way that that person feels like you know where they're at, you're in their shoes, or you can at least relate to them. And what I would say is that's the key thing. So when Akila started doing this, as you can see there in one example, she completely missed out putting out an irresistible offer for a new membership product that she put together, continuity program. And you know what, since she's done that, she's been attracting people into her membership program. Yeah. And this comes back to when you're creating an irresistible offer, it comes back to messaging, because whether you're putting out a social media post just to attract somebody or you put out an offer, it will always come back to being very clear on what the person desires. And usually that person, just to give you a tip, guys, desires to get away from the pain, the problem they're currently experiencing. Yeah. And not enough people, business owners, go into what emotions that your target audience, those people are going through. If you can inject emotion, honestly, things will change for you, just like Akila. So here's some other examples. When you create the right types of messaging, this is Janine. When she put out the right types of messaging to attract people into her lead magnet, so a PDF guide that she put together, look at this, 879 leads in 3 days. That's what the difference you can achieve when you inject emotion, when you understand what your audience desire. And if you're not quite sure, as I said, guys, just reach out to me, just drop me a message, say, Leon, I'd love to know how to get 879 leads in 3 days. And I can help you out, guys. So here's another example. So these are examples of my ads. So these are ads that I put out on Facebook, and look at the mix of them. I want you to just look at the pictures. There's pictures of me by the sea. There's pictures of me in my office by the whiteboard, and there's a picture of me and my family. What do you think all these pictures show? They show at least some personality, but emotion. And then if you get into the words, which I'm not going to have time to do tonight, you'll see the way that I write with emotion, but I put myself in the shoes of my target audience. And you can see with the ad on the right-hand side, look at that. Could a depressed, frustrated, and broke businessman, after the pain of liquidation, go through constantly worrying about blah, blah, blah. I'm identifying the emotions and I'm using it in a story where I relate to what my target audience may have gone through. Yeah. Because I identified my ideal client avatar, which is what I spoke about in step 2. Here's some other examples. Showing me in a professional setting, but still getting the message across. Showing animals, especially ones that I know kind of signify, I guess, the desire of my audience to be, like regal, to be like standing above, proud of where they are, the lion. So step 4, how do you enroll then? If you've attracted, let's say, the right leads and the right prospects, how do you enroll the right people? This is a big one, guys, because look, all the other stuff leading up to this is about marketing. All the other stuff is about attracting the right people. But, once you attract the right people, you've got to close them and you've got to get cash in the bank. And until you get cash in the bank, like, you may have been there where, let's say, your marketing has attracted a lot of leads, but you haven't converted. And when you don't convert, honestly, business becomes frustrating. Business becomes shit because you've done a lot of work, but now you're not getting paid. Yeah. So I'm going to talk you through what you need to understand. So the first step is sales. Yeah. So step 4 is all about sales, because if you're enrolling or closing a person who's a leader or a prospect, it's sales. Yeah. But here's what I find with a lot of business owners. They say, I'm not good at sales. I don't like selling. I don't want to push people into making a decision. Yeah. The Oxford or the Cambridge Dictionary, their definition of marketing, so this is the first step before you even get to sales, is the persuasion of people. So marketing is all about persuading people about an idea, and the idea is obviously your products or services. Yeah. So you've got to understand that whatever you do in marketing is about persuasion. Because, as a quick story, I'll give you an example. If somebody was in a burning building on the first floor and they were scared to jump out of that window, but you have like a mattress there, or the firemen have that kind of I don't know, that material, springy material where a person can jump out and land safely. Let's say they're scared, but to save their lives, you've got to persuade them to jump. Yeah. So marketing can, and most of the time, if you do it the right ways, and this is what I find, and this is what I teach, is when you use a message and you put integrity into it, you can use the persuasion for the right reasons. And what I would say is that if you're a business owner right now and you've got products or services that do make a difference to people, there's no reason why you shouldn't persuade people, because sometimes people are in a difficult situation and they need your products and services. Does that make sense, guys? Yeah. So I see a lot of people, a lot of business owners who say, I don't want to be pushy. And my response to them is simply, well, if your products and services are worth the weight that you say they are, you will have no problem in going out there and persuading people to buy it. Why? Because you deliver it with integrity and you know it will make a difference. So a lot of the time, the first step in selling is a negative mindset, and you have to counteract that and catch yourself. Yeah, I come across this with six-figure business owners and seven figures. You've just got to catch yourself so that you start to stamp that out a lot faster, and you come from this place of, I'm here to make a difference to my audience and to the people who will become my clients. So another thing that I come across is, I want to do things with my values and integrity, and people use that as a shield, and also they use it as a way to kind of deflect away from doing sales. And if you're in business, guys, selling is what business is all about, because if you are not transacting money, you do not have a business, you have a hobby at best. So I'm saying this with integrity, guys. This step 4 is critical. So let me share with you an example. This is one of my clients, Pin, multi six-figure business owner, came to me as a one-man band when he first started out. And the first things that we came across when he was on my coaching program, my Vortex coaching program, that's that year-long mastermind, he didn't really know how to sell. And look at the response, the message that he posted. He's put there, I've just realized how powerful this program actually is, life-changing. I'm absolutely buzzing right now. And the reason for that is, if you read the first part of this statement, he's just put there, I've just come off that call, which was one of his first sales calls, using our script that we give him. I followed the sales script that I was given on the program, closed and sealed the deal. Yeah. So this is an example where if you use the right script and you come from it with the right mindset about sales, which is what I teach on my programs, then you can close the right people. And here's why it's important, guys. This is critical now. Here's why it's really important. There's a lot of people out there who close because they're desperate. Yeah. But when you close in the right way, you'll close because you know you can make a difference to that person, and you won't accept the tire kickers. You won't accept the people who you know are going to be a pain in the ass, because you will have asked the right questions before you decide to let them onto your programs or to buy from you if you sell products or services. And this is where I see a lot of business owners, they fall because their confidence isn't there, because they haven't got the right structure, which is what I teach people. So when it comes to selling, the first step is you've got to have the right mindset. You've got to come from the right place, and you must have a script. And I'll tell you why. It's very simple. If you're not a natural salesperson, which I never was, I learned the skill, then you need the structure of a script. A script, imagine you're a Hollywood actor or actress. If you just turned up to set with no script, imagine how the films would turn out. You know, when you watch those blockbuster movies, they'd be shit. So a script is there to help you build structure, and then you add personality as you have more experience of selling, making mistakes, perfecting it, just like an actor or an actress. And then eventually you become this Oscar-winning salesperson in your business. And you now know what it takes for you to employ more people as you scale up your business, because they'll use the same type of script and process you do to gain the results you're looking for. So here's another example, guys. This was Dr. Ashish Paul, one of my other clients, where I took her from going literally from about 2 to 3K a month to £8,685 using the right type of selling and understanding how to sell. Here's another client of mine. Look, Leon helped me to hit 119,000 in sales in 1 month. So I helped him get the leads, and then Nate used the ethical approach to selling with integrity and closed those sales. Look at that, 1,322% return on investment. That was from a $9,000 ad spend, and he was able to turn that into 6 figures, over 6 figures in 1 month. So guys, hopefully those 4 steps have given you some insights into what you can do. Tiffany, thank you very much for your comments. I'm happy you love that. Awesome advice even. Thank you, Tiffany. And so remember, guys, if you need help with attracting more qualified clients, I have 2 key programs that I can help you with. One is called Vortex. It's a year-long mastermind. Or if you want to kind of just dip your toes in, you know, figure things out, I have something called Certainty in Crisis, an 8-week course. coaching program that will help you to go to that next level. And some of the testimonials that I've shared, the stories I've shared with you today, are from clients who've been on both of those programs and taken their business to the next level. And if you're looking to do that, reach out to me. And remember, guys, final one, I've got the Online Business Summit. It kicks off tomorrow. I've got 16 experts over the next 2 days coming up. If you're not registered, go to obsummit.com, register. You're going to be blown away by the interviews that I've got. Plus, I'm delivering 4 masterclasses on how to attract and enroll more clients. 4 masterclasses. So I'm going to take you through in depth on some of the things that I've spoken about tonight, but you're going to see clearly. And so, guys, if you're not registered, make sure that you register and get yourself onto that. I'm really excited and looking forward to it. Some of the people on the summit, let me share with you, because some of these guys I'm going to stop sharing that now. These guys are real powerhouses in marketing. So we've got 6-figure business owners, 7-figure business owners, and we've got 8-figure business owners on the summit. It's going to really be groundbreaking. Some of the interviews, I know they're just amazing, guys. What the tips that you're going to get from it, the strategies, the tactics, it's going to help you go to that next level. So if you're not registered, as I said, get yourself registered. It's the obsummit.com. So www.obsummit.com. Get yourself registered. Looking forward to helping you go to the next level. There's too many businesses out there who are playing it safe. They're holding back. They're trying to ride out and see what happens. If you don't want to see what happens and you want to take your destiny into your own hands and actually gain new clients and grow your business, register for the summit. So it's www.obsummit.com. It's going to be fantastic. That means you've got over 8 hours of content from the expert interviews that I'm going to do, plus another 4 hours of masterclasses that I've got for you guys. So, that's it. I've hit the 30-minute mark tonight. I've really enjoyed giving you this content. If you're watching this on replay, give me a hashtag replay. Give me some thumbs up, some hearts. I really appreciate you guys and respect you. And if you need any support, reach out to me. I'll be back again Sunday morning at 8:30 in the morning, and I'll be back again next Wednesday, same time, 8:30 p.m. in the UK. I hope you have an amazing rest of your week. Take care. Bye-bye.